Well, this is Bob Odell with RootSource, and today we are at a celebration in Austin, Texas, on June 7th, the 50th anniversary of the Reunification of Jerusalem. There are events going on all across the country, and with me right here is Representative Carol Alvarado, who is one of the authors of the bill that has been passed by the state of Texas, the anti-BDS legislation. So tell me, how did you get involved in this?
Well, I have to give all the credit to Representative Phil King, my colleague, who was the bill sponsor, and he asked me to be a joint author. And we wanted to show bipartisan support for the bill. We felt that was important. And I think it puts Texas on the map with the many other states that have passed similar legislation to demonstrate and to send a clear message that we're not going to support businesses that boycott Israel. We've had a very good, very productive relationship with Israel, and we want to make sure that we can build on that. And I think with passage of this bill, we'll continue to do more business and strengthen that friendship and that bond with Israel.
Tell me, have you ever been to Israel? And
I have,
what was that like for you?
I've been twice. I was there last year. That's how recent. And I'm always inspired by the vibrance of the people and the endurance. There aren't many places that you can visit where people constantly are living in fear.
Yes.
And literally under attack at a moment's notice.
Yes.
But yet continue to persevere and continue to have the faith that they have. So that's very inspiring to me.
Well, thank you so much, and
Thank
best of luck to you
Sure,
in your
thanks.
work with Israel and in your other areas.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I am with Representative Phil King, who has been one of the authors of the anti-BDS legislation that has just been passed in Texas. Representative King, how does the legislation that has been passed in Texas compare to that which has been passed in other states recently?
There's been about 15 states, I think, so far that have passed some form of anti-BDS legislation. Texas is by far the strongest. It does two things.
Okay.
First, it prohibits any government entity, a city, a county, a school district, anything, and of course the state, from doing any business with any company that boycotts Israel. Second, it prohibits the state from investing any of its pension funds, which are about $250 billion, in any company that boycotts Israel. So number one, it says, look, bottom line, if you're a company and you're going to boycott Israel, it's a free country, and that's your right. But we're not going to let you use tax dollars. We're not going to use tax dollars to help you do that.
Is that sort of like a quid pro quo? Like if you're going to boycott Israel, then the state of Texas is going to boycott you?
Well, I think it's a little stronger than that. It simply says that we are deeply offended, and we're going to show that offense by not participating in commerce with you.
And I remember just this spontaneous flood of people, of Jerusalemites, me among them, flowing through that gap, going through the alleys of the old city. One alley after another, one alley after another, and then we reached the wall. And I touched those stones. We have a common saying, the Rock of Ages. I was touching the Rock of Ages, and everything was coming from those stones through my fingers to my soul. Abraham and David and Solomon and our prophets and the Maccabees and the ages of dispersion and torment, and the ghettos of Toledo and the ghettos of Warsaw, where Jews prayed, next year in Jerusalem, next year in Jerusalem, a call of salvation, of return, of redemption. This is King David. This is Jerusalem, as old as our nation. city, we felt an elation that I think is millennial. I know is millennial. And then we proceeded to do two great things. The first thing is we ensured that Jerusalem was a free city for all. That's the first thing that we did. We made sure that the holy sites of Judaism, of Christianity, and Islam were available to all, unfettered, untouched. This is something that can be appreciated in retrospect because look around us. Understand what would happen to this, it's not even a square kilometer. What would happen to this less than a square mile if we weren't here? It would descend into horrible sectarian violence. It would descend into the worst barbarism that the world has seen since the outrages of World War II. We'd see mosques blown up, churches blown up, synagogues blown up. But we don't see that. We see that in this great convulsion that is taking place around us, there is one free city where Christians, Jews, and Muslims are free to worship undisturbed, and that's in the free, united city of Jerusalem. And that's how it will stay. 2 weeks ago, a small company called Intel bought a Jerusalem company, which is a few hundred meters from here, for the tidy sum of $15 billion. And it gave this company the keys to handle all their worldwide autonomous vehicle businesses. So I can definitely say that Jerusalem is driving the world. And you understand that the story of Israel, in many ways, the rebirth of Israel, and our return to this land and to this city, I think you understand in your hearts that this is a parable for all humanity. Because if the Jews can overcome the worst travails in history, that means there is hope for all humanity. I want to thank you for this brilliant gesture. And I want to tell you once again, America has no better friend than Israel. And Israel surely has no better friend than the United States of America. Thank you all.